Hello, Kelly here from ThemeZoom. My last few screencasts have shown you how to use individual features of our latest product, the last keyword tool. What I would like to show you today is how to integrate those two things to accomplish your goal. And as an example, I'm going to show an example of what an affiliate marketer might do to find really good affiliate marketing opportunities. And we'll start here by looking at our books project. The first thing I want to do is I want to find things that have a lot of searches but not a lot of competing pages. So a high ratio of searches to competing pages. And to do that, we'll just create a ratio with our custom column. We'll take our searches and divide it by our traffic, or our competing pages rather. And that's just our ratio, and we'll just show full precision on that so we can see everything. And we'll see what we get. We have a whole bunch of really small numbers, so it's hard to see. Well, so a very common thing you're going to have to do is be able to scale your numbers, to make sure that you can see a sensible result. So a really good way of doing that, and this is what I do all the time, just sort the ratio column, or whatever column you've just made. Go down about halfway. We'll pull this down about right here. That looks good. And we'll take this number. Whatever this number is, it doesn't really matter. We'll copy that number. We'll open our calculator, and we'll divide 1 by that number, whatever it was. And that gets us our scaling factor, which in this case is 5,800. Well, 5,882. Okay. So then we go back to our custom column, and we'll scale this number. We'll multiply it by 5,882, and we'll see what we get. Okay, and now you can see that we have some really nice looking numbers here. They now make sense. The only problem is there's a bunch of irrelevant stuff up here, so we actually need to apply a filter and make sure we only get things that are relevant. And I'll do that by making sure that the LSI score of the keyword is actually better than the average. So that just gets everything that's better than average. Alright, let's take a look here. Oh, Scholastic Books. I actually remember buying things from them when I was in 5th grade. I wonder if they have an affiliate program. Let's find out. Let's see, Scholastic. Books. Affiliate. Alright. Ooh, it looks like they have an affiliate program. Let's find out where it is. Affiliate program. Okay. 7%. 7%. That's not bad. Okay. 7%. Well, okay. Well, now that we know that, let's actually try and figure out exactly how much money that would even make us. And there's a lot of ways to approximate that, but the first thing we're going to do is just make sure we're only looking at that keyword. That way we don't get distracted here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say, okay, in our custom column, let's take our searches and say, maybe we'll convert 3 or 4%. So that's 3%. And so if 3% of those things convert, we'll say that they spend an average of $30, which might be a couple of Harry Potter books and a Hannah Montana poster or something like that. And of course, our commission from that is going to be 7%. And this is a daily factor right here. Let's just figure out what this is on a monthly factor. It's a little bit easier to deal with. So this would be monthly money. It is currency. Let's see what we get. Oops, I forgot a multiplication there. A handy debugger has told me. Okay. And it looks like, wow, a pretty good opportunity actually. Given that pretty conservative conversion rate, you're looking at $4,500 monthly. Actually, I wonder what would happen if we just got rid of the restriction and just looked at the whole thing that way. Actually, not all the whole thing. Let's look for everything where it's less than 2 million, because things larger than that I don't want to spend money on ranking for. Interesting. Now, Scholastic Books is still all the way at the top, actually. That's really not bad. Let's actually try coffee. I really like this way of looking at things. Let's see if I can sell some coffee this way, because I'm a big fan of coffee. Keurig. Wow, look at that, way up above people. Those are those little coffee machines where you have the K cups and you put your little cup in there and it. Well, anyway. Wow. Wow. Okay. K cups. Wow. Okay. So let's actually apply another filter. I want to look at just the Keurig stuff. So let's see. Keyword matches. Oops. Keurig. All right. Spell that correctly. All right. Let's see what we get. Actually, you know what? I bet a lot of people mistyped that. Let's handle both spellings of that. Yep. There you go. See, people misspell Keurig. So it actually gets traffic, and that alone is $1,000 a month almost. Actually, let's also include our K cups. Let's see what kind of our opportunity we have here. K cups. That'll give us that. What this underscore does is it means any character. So that could be a space, or it could be a dash, or it could be whatever. Let's see anything that matches K cups. All right. And as you can see, there's actually and this is a monthly figure, so that's a pretty good opportunity right there. And that's at 7% commission. And I think Amazon's between 4 and 10, so 7 is just about right at a 3% conversion rate. I think I have a website to make. That's enough for this screencast.